Hello, this is wmpyr. In this video, just wanted to share with you my Kubotan techniques. And first, let me just start off with a quick explanation. The source, where does this stuff come from? It comes from the Filipino martial arts. Eskrima, Kali, Arnis, all the same thing, just different names. So we train with a single stick and double sticks. So that is your core foundation. From there, we go into bladed weapons, such as the knife. And then from the knife, we then go into specialized weapons, such as a karambit. A karambit is not a normal knife. It is a specialized weapon. That's the category that I put it in. And you're going to see a lot of basic karambit type techniques using this guy. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing is I need to talk about the ring right here, the Keyring. This is the Keyring that this Kubotan came with. I actually recommend something slightly larger, especially if you're going to put your keys on it. If you might be wearing gloves and stuff, you're definitely going to want something where your finger can go through and be comfortable. Right now, without any keys and stuff, this is fairly adequate, so I'm just going to leave it at this. But when I normally carry the Kubotan, this Kubotan in particular, I use a larger keyring, just to let you guys know. So the first thing that I want to start you guys off with is you put it like this, okay? So therefore you still have hand capability. You could still drive a car. You could, I guess, play the piano if you needed to. But main idea is you could still use your fingers, cell phones and stuff like that. So from this point right here, what I want to work on is the palm strike. Boom, just like that. The idea here is you don't want to drop it. And when you do the palm strike, boom, you are bashing the Kubotan right into their face, okay? So it is an enhancer of your palm strike. That's how you're using it. And because we don't want to drop it, you want to keep your fingers nice, everything nice and close together, like so, and then it'll be much less chance to drop it. And it is, the ring is all the way down on your finger this way. So even if you're using a whole lot of force and stuff, it should be all right, okay? So that's number one. That's a palm strike enhancer. Okay, so for technique number two, we're going to go into what I call the extension grip or the extended grip. Boom, like this, okay? Notice that my fist is closed so I don't drop the thing. And then from here, this is now, it is kind of deceptive in a way because look at the length. This is how much reach you are going to get. So this is almost like a fairly decent sized folding knife, okay? Just think of it like you're holding a fairly decent sized folding knife. It's going to give you that much reach and you're going to strike with it. So the strikes that I recommend for you guys to practice is a downward strike and a downward strike. They're both diagonals and you're making an X. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Now the second one would just be to go side and side. So you can mix it all up together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you don't become too predictable. Change the pattern. Go side, diagonal, diagonal, side, side, diagonal, 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 side, diagonal. Change it up like so. All right, so the next part is practice, going back into what I call the reverse grip. Okay, so extension, reverse grip. When you do that, once again, you want to keep your fingers closed as much as possible. It's not how fancy and showy you could make it. It's how compact and tight you could do it. All right, because once again, we don't want to accidentally drop it. So from here, a lot of people always talk about the hammer strike right here. And absolutely, that is a good, solid technique, probably the primary technique for a Kubotan. However, my point of view, even though we use the same thing, my point of view is because this comes from the karambit, I'm looking at this as a knife in the reverse grip. That's the way that I like to view this. So when you're looking at this as a knife, not only do you have this kind of poking or stabbing type motion, but now we also have slashing motions as well, okay? It's just that when you don't have a bladed edge, The slashing motions, when using an improvised weapon, they turn into what I call scraping motions. So that's what essentially you're doing. You are scraping now, okay? So keep that in mind and put in scraping motions. It depends also on the type of Kubotan you have, where exactly you're going to be scraping with. If you have the kind that has a small point right there, then man, that's just going to make it easier for you. If you have one that's a flat bottom like this one, well, you could use the side of the very bottom circle right there. So you're using that to create the scraping type motions. And also, when you do your stabs and stuff, you could stab at an angle so that you really get that edge part to wedge in. Okay, last but not least, another simple way to use the Kubotan is pretty much as a mini tactical baton, right? So you're just gonna, bam, you're just gonna whack people with it. You're gonna strike with it, okay? But I'd like to share one thing. If you use the ring, put it either right on your pinky, like so, boom, or it could even be your ring finger, okay? And now you could use the top 3 fingers, can be much more loose, and you don't have to worry about dropping this thing, but now you could really put in a snap, okay? So once you do that, the same motion of just, boom, striking this way becomes so much stronger, okay? Boom, I could really feel it. It does not feel good. It does not feel good at all. So please give that a try. Thank you for watching, and take care, folks.